Good day, everyone. Today we're going to talk about one of the major learning theories, cognitivism. So what is a cognitivism? It is a learning theory that focuses on how the mind works. It looks at how people think, understand, remember, and solve problems. It focuses on the internal processes of the mind, how information is received, organized, stored, and retrieved. It views the mind as an information processor similar to a computer, where new information is constantly compared with existing knowledge and adapted accordingly. Key principles of cognitivism theory. First, learning is an active mental process. Learners are not passive receivers of information as in behaviorism. They actively think, analyze, and make sense of what they learn. Second, knowledge is constructed, not just absorbed. Learners build new knowledge by connecting it with prior knowledge and experiences. Understanding grows through organizing and restructuring information. Third, memory plays a central role. Learning depends on how information is encoded, stored, and retrieved from memory. Strategies like repetition, visualization, and organization help memory retention. Fourth, prior knowledge influences new learning. What students already know affects how they interpret and understand new ideas. Teachers should activate students' prior knowledge before introducing new concepts. Lastly, the number 5, which is understanding, comes before skill. It's not enough to practice tasks. Learners should grasp the meaning behind what they are doing. Deep comprehension is more important than rote memorization. Theorists or proponents of cognitivism. The most influential exponent of cognitivism was Swiss child psychologist Jean Piaget. He proposed that learning is a dynamic process comprising successive stages of adaptation to reality, during which learners actively construct knowledge by creating and testing their own theories of the world. 4 stages of cognitive development of Jean Piaget. Sensoromotor stage, period of dramatic growth and learning, pre-operational stage. Kids learn through pretend play but still struggle logic, concrete operational stage. Kids begin to understand that their thoughts are unique and not everyone shares their thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Formal operational stage, period of planning for the future and reasoning about hypothetical situations. Then Jerome Bruner, who believed that children construct knowledge and meaning through active experience with the world around them. Bruner's main concepts are representation, which consists of inactive, iconic, and symbolic. Next is spiral curriculum and discovery learning. In 1965, Robert Gunn proposed a series of events that are associated with and address the mental conditions for learning. These are: gain attention of the students, inform students of the objectives, stimulate recall of prior learning, present the content, provide learning guidance, elicit performance practice, provide feedback, assess performance, enhance retention and transfer. Another theorist, David Ausubel, believes that learning of new knowledge relies on what is already known. That is, construction of knowledge begins with our observation and recognition of events and objects through concepts we already have. We learn by constructing a network of concepts and adding to them. 4 types of advanced organizers of David Ausubel's theory: expository organizers, narrative organizers, skimming organizers, graphic organizers. Application of cognitivism theory using technology and teaching. Multimedia presentation enhance understanding by combining visual and auditory elements to illustrate abstract concepts. PowerPoint, Canva, Prezi. Concept mapping tools help learners visualize relationship between ideas, reinforcing organization and structure. Goggle, Mindmeister. Simulation and virtual labs offer real-world problem-solving experiences that support cognitive engagement and application of knowledge. Learning management system allow learners to access content at their own pace, revisit materials, and build upon prior learning. Google Classroom, Moodle, educational videos, and animation support visualization of complex processes and promote active processing of information. Interactive quizzes reinforce memory retrieval and promote active recall through immediate feedback. Last example is hyperlinked resources and advanced organizers assist in activating prior knowledge, consistent with Ausubel's theory of meaningful learning. For you guys to learn more about cognitivism theory, let's watch this short video.
Meet Teacher Tony. Teacher Tony is concerned about teaching long division. Most of his students can't seem to understand the concept and how to do it. Teacher Tony needs help.
I can't get my students to learn long division.
Why don't you use cognitivism to help you teach a difficult subject like long division?
What's cognitivism?
Cognitivism is a learning theory that focuses on how information is received, organized, stored, and retrieved by the mind.
What?
Cognitivism views the mind as an information processor, like a computer. For example, in the classroom, instruction should be organized, sequenced, and presented in a manner that is understandable and meaningful to the learner. Cognitivism emphasizes retention and recall through the use of quality teaching practices.
Huh?
You've probably seen cognitivism at work and didn't even know it. Cognitivism is often used in developing classroom lessons and helping students learn higher-order thinking skills. Common examples include starting a lesson with a hook to create interest, activating prior knowledge by beginning a lesson with a review quiz, chunking information into comprehensible and digestible parts, using graphic organizers to help structure and relate content. These are all examples of cognitivism at work in a classroom. Now let's see if we can apply the principles of cognitivism to help solve Teacher Tony's problem. First, Teacher Tony needs to decide what skills students need in order to understand long division. After thinking, Teacher Tony found that in order to understand long division, students should know basic multiplication, basic division, and how to subtract numbers. Sequencing instruction by teaching prerequisite skills such as multiplication, simple division, and subtraction first will help students build upon prior knowledge to better learn how to do long division. Teacher Tony prepares two things to help his students. He creates the mnemonic device, Dead Monkeys Smell Bad, to help students remember the steps of long division: divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. He also creates a color-coded poster that walks students through the long division process step by step. If students get stuck, they can look at this poster to help cue their memory. After implementing these principles of cognitivism, Teacher Tony's students are doing a much better job of understanding, retaining, and recalling the long division process.
Using cognitivism really helped my students learn long division.
If you are wanting to teach difficult concepts to your class, you can use cognitivism to help solve your problems, just like Teacher Tony.